Alright, so I promise today's the last video. Okay, so I wanted to do this video now on warming up for your cross-country, dressage, and show jumping events. Basically, a lot of you don't know what warm-up. What is that exactly? So basically, the warm-up allows you and your horse to prepare for what is ahead. A couple tips would be, show up early. So that when it's your turn, you are ready on time, and that you don't freak out. Oh my gosh, I didn't do this. Why did I learn to do the wrong test? I've seen people do that too. Don't panic, because if you panic, that freaks the horse out, and then the horse will be like, why is she panicking? And then the horse will take advantage of that, and just not bad. Remember the rules. Always pass left to left. Move, on the inside if you're going at a slower pace, and always look where you're going and whatnot. So just make sure you follow those. And how long do you want the warm-up to be? If you're having trouble figuring that out, time yourself at home, and know what your pony needs to get done to get him to go. Keep it short. Make sure that you have the horse's attention. How to say it, the person in front of you will call you when it's your turn. Just don't watch. Keep your pony walking around and keep his attention on. Okay, so the first tip for your warm-up for dressage would be, as you guys know, warm-up isn't a time to practice your test. You use circles and figure eights, to warm up the horse, to make sure that the horse is focused on you, and that's not what is happening around the horse. Number two, when you practice getting in, like, you guys have to go into the center line and hold that X. Practice the center line. Use, a 3/4 line, and just make sure you guys are straight on. Make sure that your horse is going forward and is accurate by writing transition on exactly where the markers are supposed to be. Rhythm is very important, and as well as rather than being in a bit, make sure you have good contact with the horse and ride in time with the horse's stride. If you can hear 1, 2, 3, 4, and not 1, 2, 3, 4, then you're in trouble. Just make sure you're in rhythm, because I know dressage is a lot about rhythm and tempo, and kind of like music is. Don't chat or wander around. Make sure your horse is listening to you. Warm-up for cross-country would be, cross-country is about stamina, not speed. There's a lot of ground to cover about the fences, so, get your horse cantering at a steady rhythm. Don't go too fast, or else there'll be trouble. Number two, check the brakes on your horse. Make sure, they're able to slow down when you ask. Canter your circles, make sure you slow down and keep your legs on the horse, or else he'll trot, and you don't want that. Number three, canter in a forward position off your pony's back. Make sure you are more balance on the horse's back to cover yourself in the distances. Number four, obviously, cross countries are never flat. It's always up, down hills, and everywhere. So if you're on a slope, make sure you prepare the pony as much as possible. Ride him, steady contact, and just make sure, you keep weight on his hocks and as much leg downhill when you're going up. Obviously, jump a fence on a circle in a canter. Lead and push your little horse on so that he doesn't trot. If you're going to keep going after him at every fence, obviously he's going to get tired. And remember, when you're warming up, give your pony the best shot and he'll do great. Now, for show jumping, it can be a little different. Obviously, avoid crowds in the middle of practice of the arena and canter around the outside and get, your horse to think, to go forward. Tip number two, you don't need to jump, a lot of fences. Just get a good rhythm and just push your horse, you know, to create that bouncy canter that will get him around the turns and get him over the jump and clear the fences. Right, jump a cross pole, an upright, and a spread at a walk trot canter. If the jump is too high, ask for it to be lowered. No one minds dropping a pole if you ask nicely. Just don't make yourself look like an idiot if your horse keeps refusing it. Number 4, always think ahead, you know, look ahead, look for a gap right into, you know, you don't want to get close in case of another pony if they stop or whatever. Just make sure you look out where you're going. Number 5, when you land, always look where your next fence is. I can't stress that enough. You don't want to think about the last fence. You know, you want to make sure you're thinking about the next fence. I always see riders looking already up in the air at their next fence. It's ridiculous, but it's just, I guess it's just an in thing. Always remember that when you're doing your practice jumps that the fence is flagged, so everyone jumps in the same direction. Always approach with the red flag on the right. So, those are my tips for warming up in each event, and I hope you guys like them. Follow, link down below if you guys want to do what I do. I blog for passion, so that is what I like to do, and I can make money off it. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye!